Fly casting is very special to me. I started when I was 10, and I just cast like everybody else, back and forth, with nothing special in techniques. I had a particular man on a Patterson casting club, Patterson in New Jersey. His name is William Taylor. And I used to gilly for him, meaning that he would practice casting, and he'd cast, over 100 feet, and then I would pull in the line and lay it out on the platform so that when it went out, it wouldn't tangle. We would go, say, once a week and practice casting. So of course I got to the point where I wanted to do that. So he let me try his rod, but it was too heavy for me to use. And these are bamboo rods in these days. We're talking about in the 40s. He also made rods. And so he said, I'll make you a rod. And he did. And then the fly line that was on it was made of silk, which he put together in pieces. And in distance casting, it had to weigh no more than 1.5 ounces. Well, I couldn't pick up the line on his 1.5 ounces with his rod. And so he made a line that only weighed 1 3/8 ounces. And so I was now able to take this line off the water and shoot line on the back cast and shoot forward. It was too heavy. This outfit was too heavy for me to false cast. In 1960, I made a cast that was 161 feet. Now, I was also 18 inches above the water on a platform. I never could have done it if I were in a river or something like that. But I could pick up that 52-foot head. We had monofilament shooting lines, shoot on the back cast and shoot forward. And so that was the high point of my distance casting, except that also in 1951, I entered a distance casting event that was called Fisherman's Distance. It was a 9-weight outfit, and I was the only woman competing in the national event, and I won it against all-male competition. And the next year they changed the rules. And it was going to be lead core from then on. I wasn't going there. When I was doing the distance casting, I learned about drift, because picking up 52 feet of line would not give me a long enough forward stroke to make a really long cast. So I picked up the 52 feet of line in a vertical plane, drifted back, and then double hauled and cast forward. And so that was my introduction to drift. And I thought it was only going to be for distance casting, but it turns out that I use drift in all of my casting because it connects back cast and forward cast. There are no gaps, no waiting. It fills it in. And to me, it's almost like dancing because it's a full feeling from my tiptoes to my fingertips. And that's part of what keeps me interested in casting, is the feeling of it. And then when you make lovely loops, it's a joy to look at them. And then when you go fishing, if the fish are not cooperating, but you are doing good casting, you can at least go home at the end of the day and have some satisfaction. I love fishing in all conditions and all fish, but I used to say that Atlantic salmon were my favorite freshwater fish, and that tarpon was my favorite saltwater fish. But having fished for so many different fish, they all have different character. When people ask me now what my favorite fish is, I say, whatever I'm fishing for. And if they ask me my favorite place, wherever I am. Because we only fish in beautiful places. Clean water, lovely surroundings, very few people, no civilization. And so it is all-encompassing. The choices of fish give you characters. Different fish have different characters, different conditions under which you fish them. So it is such a broad, broad world of adventure.